All right, what's going on, guys? This is Luke here. I'm going to run through how to set conditions at the beginning of your trading day so you just avoid unnecessary losses because a lot of you guys are getting caught up having a daily bias coming into the day. And I feel like it's ruining a lot of your trading coming into the day with like a strict bias. I don't do that personally. I come in with a little bit of a bias, but I'll get into it really quick. I'm going to just kind of like throw my thoughts out there. This is going to be like a really like thought out video. I'm kind of just throwing some thoughts out and like just kind of like a brain dump. So when I come into every single day, I'm not like I come in with a bit of a bias, but I'm not stuck to it. Let me explain what I'm talking about. So coming into the day today, this is what I see, okay? I see that we have tons of draws above and we have a 4 hour unfilled gap above. And what do we see here? We have, let me put this candle back so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is what I see. We have CPI data highs, we have Asia highs, we have this high, and we have Thursday PM high resting all below a 4 hour unfilled gap. So I'm coming into the day, I'm like, yeah, like I'm favoring bullish, but I'm not going into the day with a bullish bias because when you come into the day with a bullish bias or a bearish bias, you're going to just be forcing trades to the upside. Now, I'm going to show you what happens at market open and how I was able to still catch a win even though we had this. Let me just mark out this because this is important right here. This 8:30, we had CPI today. Today was the 8:30 data low. Whenever I upload this video, it's probably going to be the next day after, but okay. So let me put the market thing back to 929. Okay, right here. Hold on, is this it? Okay, one more candle. Okay, so at this point, I'm coming into the day with a bullish bias, right? You're going to be just trying to force longs. But what do I see? I see that we have data lows below and we have these lows. So the way I'm thinking about it is this. I'm saying, okay, if we can go below these or we displace towards this data low, I'm still willing to take shorts towards this data low. And if we displace past here, I'm still willing to take shorts here. Yes, my overall bias is bullish, like I'm leaning more bullish, but I'm still willing to take shorts if shown that shorts are the move and that the draw on liquidity is lower, if that makes sense. So I put in the Discord, I said, I want to see this gap get filled, but we'll see if we want to trade up to it. I'll look for continuations up, or we can wait for a manipulation down and then look for the trade to the upside. I'm not going to just force longs. So I'm going to show you guys what a lot of people I've seen, they'll see this, right? They'll be like, okay, we swept the data low. You know, I have a bullish bias. I'm longing this. We just rejected. Okay, we're going to that gap. This is if I had a 4 hour, like if I was a strict bullish bias. Let's just say I entered right here, and then what would have happened? You enter off that candle, and then boom, you get stopped out, right? Price just goes completely against you. I've seen a lot of people enter on this candle right here. They're like, well, we're displacing towards the draw. We have to go to that 4 hour gap. Like there's no way we're bullish. What do you see though? Okay, you're gonna see a 5 minute bearish gap that we're projecting off of, literally right here. Okay, so when you come into the day with these strict biases, your judgment's gonna be clouded. You probably didn't see this 5 minute gap. You probably just tried to enter in off this long thinking, or this bullish candle thinking that we're going to go higher because your bias is bullish and you're so confident in it. But what do you notice? What do you forget? Okay, now what do you see at this point, right? Here's what you missed. We're trading technically within a 5 minute gap that we have not inversed yet. And now what do? Yes, we took out the data low, but what do we have here? We have a market open wick. These are strong draws. We have that still resting below, and we have another low right here. So for me to want to enter this trade, what I set the condition for myself. I said, if we inverse this 5 minute gap, I was willing to take longs. Like if we got an inversion right here, I was willing to long that. But I said, I'm not longing until we do that, right? So what ends up happening? Reject off the 5 minute gap. I've seen people take shorts right here. You could have targeted right down to that low. This was the short that I wanted, even though I had a long bias. I wanted to short right here off this 1 minute because clearly at this point, we just displaced past the 8:30 low. We just displaced past the market open low. So I wanted to short this right here because the draw was clearly here at the time. And I just unfortunately missed it because it kind of just took off of me before I could enter. But there you go. And what do? We sweep that low. We catch the longs. I don't catch the entire move, all obviously up to the 4 hour gap, but price slowly delivers the 4 hour gap. Very bad delivery today because it was a Friday, but there you go. So the point I'm trying to make with this video, even though you have a strict bias, or even if you have an idea, like I said, I came into the idea saying I want to see this 4 hour gap get filled because we have draws on liquidity, low resistance liquidity leading into that gap. I'm assuming it's all going to get taken out. Even though I have that bias, I'm still willing to trade the other way if I'm shown otherwise. And a lot of you guys need to understand that, because the draw on liquidity is the most important thing, okay? So at this point, let me just erase the trade that I took here so you guys can kind of see a visual. Right here, this is the trade that I wanted, and I seen a lot of people take this, okay? I just unfortunately missed it because it just took off of me so quick. We displace past that 830 low. We displace past that market open low. We get a strong bearish candle. You could have literally just entered right here and targeted that next draw on liquidity, which was that draw right there, and it would have hit. Even though I had a bullish bias, I was willing to notice, okay, the draw on liquidity at this point is clearly lower, at least temporarily. I'm still willing to take a trade to that draw, and then I can flip bias, or not flip bias, but I can notice after if there's a shift, and there it is. So you can't come into the day with a strict bias. You have to come into the day with if this happens, like statements. So say, this is what I do, right? I say, if we displace, this is what I said to myself today, okay? I said, if we sweep the data low and we show clear reversals, then I will look for longs up towards that 4 hour gap. Did we get that? No, because we never inversed that 5-minute gap, and I was still willing to trade either way at that point. Then I said, if we displace past the data low and get a retrace, I'll short to this low right here, which is what ended up happening. Unfortunately, I missed the entry. Then I said to myself, if we sweep lower and show a clear reversal, I'm willing to long. And then what did I do? I took the longs here after we swept and we got a clear entry. Okay? So you have to come in with that mindset. You have to say, if we sweep the low and show a clear reversal, only then will I long, even if I have a long bias. Otherwise, if we displace and we're showing continuations lower, I'm still willing to short. You're basically should just come into every day looking to trade towards the draw on liquidity. It's okay to have a a little bit of a bias, like an idea where you think price is going to go, but never marry that, because you're going to take so many unnecessary trades trying to force trades towards your bias and towards the draw that you have bias at the beginning of the session. You need to learn to react to what price is giving you and showing you at that time, and not to what you think is going to happen. At this point, for example, right? Do you really think after this candle prints bearish that we're going to just miraculously trade long, go up? No, we're probably going to take the first sell side draw first and then go up later, right? So you have to be willing to adapt to what the market's giving you. And if you don't want to do that, you have to wait patiently. If you just didn't take any of this and you waited patiently for those longs, it would have paid off. You can't just force it. You have to have all eyes on the market. Like I said, if you guys tried to jump the gun early in the session and you didn't see this 5-minute gap, that's the thing, right? You have to pay attention, and you really have to be willing to adapt your bias, but never come into the day with a strict bias. Don't just say, I'm looking for longs today, I'm looking for shorts today. Be willing to adapt to where price is delivering towards. If it's delivering towards the sell side, be willing to take a short. And if you're not willing to, then be patient and wait for a clear reversal. So that's just the video I wanted to make, guys, because I thought today was a good example, because a lot of people tried to force these longs, even though price wanted to move down first clearly before we wanted to make the move up. Just don't come into the day with a strict bias. Again, it's okay to have an idea, but don't force the trades. Wait patiently and react to what price is giving you. So that's it for me, guys. Just want to knock this quick one out. I thought it would be helpful to some people, but yeah, that's it for me. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.